Okay. Hi, my name is Christina Chapin, and I am a whole brain teaching intern. I'm also part of a few committees, including the Kinetics early childhood group, and I'm going to share with you some math and also some language art things that I've done with Legos. First of all, we've talked a lot about nouns in my room. For example, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. And what I would do with the kids is I would ask them, what is an example of a person? You know, this is a gesture for person. And they would give me an example. Or I would say, Arcadia School. What is Arcadia School? Arcadia School, where I teach, is a place. And then getting into thing, second grade gets a lot into animal as well. So that would be a person, a place, or thing. Another thing we do with nouns, and I just came up with this idea, is common and proper. This is an example of a common noun, but if we were to do a proper noun, here is Legos, and you put this on top of it, and you would have a proper noun. So I did this, so we have proper noun, and we have proper noun with the person, and common noun without the person. So that's an example. Another thing we do is, of course, I talked about the singular in my last video, singular and plural noun. And so this is a singular noun, and then they could add that, and that makes it a plural noun, more than one. Then we move to antonyms and synonyms, a skill that is both emphasized right now in second and third grade. For example, a synonym and an antonym, for example, this is an antonym. An antonym is opposite. These are different colors, so they're opposites. A synonym is similar, but not exactly the same, and that's why I decided to have one Lego with 10 and one Lego with 6. That way you could differentiate the difference. Excuse me, that's 8 and then 6. So they're similar, but not exactly the same. So I'm showing you visually with this. I have synonym, which is the same. Another thing you could do to differentiate it is you could have the Lego going one way and then the other for synonym, representing that they're similar but not exactly the same. And for antonym, we have that they're different. And also having them away from each other shows that they are definitely different. Then we move on to, of course, our writing. I'll just show you this. Our writing starts with a capital letter. So if you saw this Lego up close, you can see that it's longer, so capital letter. Here's another example of a capital letter. It's higher. And then we have our adjective, which describes, you can put before or after, then our noun, our verb, our punctuation, which is at the end with a little small Lego. I did a couple different models with this one, capital letter, and then describing, and then you have the 3 different kinds of nouns, and then you could even get into plural, singular, and then I know Coach said about having green as a verb, and then a period. So that is what is a sentence. Then compound words, real easy, 2 words that go together. Singular, you have the singular word, put it together, it becomes one word, a compound word. So that's an example of a compound word. So 1 word, 2 words, 2 words go together, they become a compound word. But they have to make sense, of course. Then we're going last into, I'm stole part of this from another teacher. She had a quarter, dime, nickel, penny, because in second grade, some of the classes are having trouble telling the difference. So she had a stamp of each of those, which I thought was cool, and she showed how they looked in the book, because we study everyday math, and then of course how much they're worth it. Each one had them on their desk. But I kind of amped it up a little bit. I added the touch money to it, and I put the dots. I originally did them with yellow, but I found that it was harder for them to see, so I have them with the black and the yellow. And I also did them with Legos. So I don't know if this is going to work, but this was just kind of my idea. So for money, we have penny, which is the straight line, a nickel, which is 1 dot, a dime, which is 2 dots, 5, 5, 10 for dime, and for quarter, it's a little hard to see with the black. I wanted to show 5, and that made it a little trickier.